Hello and welcome to Daily Records. I'm Tommy Burton, and today's album is an album that is very near and dear to the heart of a young me. This is Cyndi Lauper's "She's So Unusual," and the reason I say that is that this is an album that I bought when I was a youngster, and I had just the biggest crush on Cyndi Lauper when I was a kid, and so this album got a lot of airplay in my house. This was released on October 14th, 1983. And as my hype sticker says on here, it had 5 top 10 hits. And it lists those 5 top 10 hits. Of course, probably the biggest, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which has become sort of Cyndi's signature song. Money Changes Everything, She Bop, Time After Time, and All Through the Night. Now, crushes aside and everything that goes along with that, I can say that this album is a nice mix of pop new wave, and as a fan of that sound, this album really hits home for me. Now, Cyndi came from the band Blue Angel from the late 70s, New York band, and they had actually recorded an album on Polydor, but it just didn't do anything. So they fired their manager, and then they turned around and sued Cyndi for several $1,000s and forced her into bankruptcy. So she just kind of went on and started singing in these nightclubs, and she teamed up with David Wolff, and David Wolff became her manager, and he got her signed to Portrait Records. And as a result, like I said, it's a new wave based sound on Portrait, and it featured several big singles. But it's synth pop, pop rock album. It's not a that's the lyrics to Time After Time. It was printed on the inner sleeve. And so Cyndi, this is the thing about Cyndi Lauper. She's a unique vocalist. Very sort of the Betty Boop style. If you've heard the recording "He's So Unusual," which the title is kind of based on, it sounds like an old cartoon sort of recording. But this album went on to not only receive a lot of positive reviews, but it was a big album commercially. Again, 5 top 10 hits. But also songs like "When You Were Mine," which is a Prince song, really a touching song. "Witness," which is another just great little pop song. Like I said, the hits. "Money Changes Everything" kicks the album off, and it's just a big song, big synth arrangement in that song. But it's not all this just sort of heavy new wave. It's got a good rock beat. And this actually did land on the Rolling Stone 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. And most notably, it was a big album for females in rock. It won some Grammy Awards. She actually won Best New Artist. And so very deserving, I think, because Cyndi has gone on to have a unique career. Now, not all of her stuff has been as good as this particular album, but I do think this is a solid album, and listening to it from top to bottom, both sides, I can't find a whole lot of weak spots. So fans of early 80s music, and particularly new wave, pop rock, I think this is definitely a worthy album to add to the collection. And it's a fun listen. Just a lot of really nice songs. Cyndi Lauper, "She's So Unusual," today's Daily Record. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone that interacts. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Tommy Burton75. Be sure to check out my main channel, Tommy Burton's VC channel. I go into more depth and detail on there with some different records. And again, thanks to everyone that's been watching and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, I'll see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record.